Hey there, Soul Tribe. Welcome to your week ahead. And it's already gonna be could be a little melodramatic, but I'm trying so hard to sit in your energy and I'm starting to cough. I got this tickle within my throat, but there's some energy around you they're hiding and it's, they're hiding in plain sight. And it's sort of like, this is not a very clever energy because underneath here, I got clingy exes, dead relationships, the old ways. Like, didn't you get this card last week in the last episode of your life? Because underneath there, lust. Like, there's a bit of a, I want to see a bit of a warning for this upcoming week, given, we're a little bit in romantic holiday season. It's sort of this feeling like your intuition is lit during this time. You feel as though someone could just be cropping up out of the surface, someone that you know, somebody that you shut them out of your life because you're sort of sick and tired of this ridiculous behavior because they want to come back. It's sort of like they want to just show up out of the blue, but you have some energies around you that are trying to protect you. Even as I'm trying to channel this, my doggo is even protecting the door. My own dog wants to help take care of you guys in the collective. So, if this sounds like your story, you are more than welcome to stick around. If we haven't met yet, my name is High Priestess Berries, psychic, medium, and divine channeler, hoping to give you a bit of a sneak peek into the week ahead. Always remember, tap into your instincts, listen to your intuition. If there is anything that I talk about that doesn't make any sense, totally fine. Do not worry about it. This message may not be for you, but if it does resonate, please let me know by liking and sharing your experience in the comments below. So, we're going to have a bit of a look at where did you leave off last week? And I think we already got a bit of a hint where it's sort of as though, oh wow, I'm done. I'm gonna close the door on this fucking bullshit. But we're also going to be seeing what your intention is. We'll have a look at sort of your mood as you're going into the week. And we'll also confirm sort of like what it is that you are going to be focused on within the 3D. There we go. Before I go to cut today. It's like, yay, thanks for showing up. I actually don't think this is completely bad. I just more so feel like there's this inner sense of dread. Like, first of all, we look at these readings because we do have a sense of morbid curiosity, and there's a little bit of an ask in here to be thoughtful about your curiosity. Maybe in the past it bit you in the ass, but you're trying to reconnect your childlike intuition to what it is you know within the 3D. But like, regardless of whatever this person ends up doing, there's a bit of a message here before I go to cut. Just be here. Be here in the now moment. Celebrate how far you've come. Like, at the end of the day, all of this is about you. After I go to cut, two-faced. Like, there's a reason why you need to be in the now moment. I actually feel because we're going to be splitting the timeline partway through this reading because I feel as though there's going to be a one way or the other way that this week could go, especially if you've got somebody who's trying to return to your energy. The nurturing two-faced along with cutting ties. Wow, damn. What what did you get yourself out of? I was almost tempted to say what did you get yourself into? No, this is what you got yourself out of, and it's very important if you're here in the now moment when somebody crops back up, it's either they're going to be asking for an apology, hey, look, can we try something different? I think I've changed, or they're just trying to say those words in order to get into your pants. So, where did we leave off last week? Burned bridges, lack trust, disloyal, turned back on. Like, I get the sense for a lot of you guys, you're done with this. Like, you're done with the drama. I'm gonna clarify this. We do have the lovers at the base, but I really feel like you were able to conclude, like, if it wasn't a specific relationship, just the way of being. When we make lifestyle decisions, especially if it means that we just no longer wish to behave, like the people that we used to identify as friends, especially if you just couldn't trust these people. You've been making better choices about making yourself the greatest priority. There we go. Confirmation, burned bridge, end of the world. You feel fine. You've been walking forward onto something that is actually satiating and has a lot to do with your work. This is an eight and an eight. And in some ways, you've been reworking your own karma in such a thoughtful way. You're creating justice and balance just by taking ownership of your emotions and taking ownership of your reality. First of all, you need to congratulate yourself. When you walk away from a two-faced person, like attracts like, and that sometimes is difficult because sometimes we smile too much around people who are backstabbers and we ourselves become two-faced. I feel like you guys have been taking some ownership, making sure that you're not being the hypocrite and you're regaining a semblance of control in your day-to-day life. What are your intentions and goals as we start off the week? Drama, arguments, incompatible. um it's sort of, this isn't over and it's difficult. You have burned the bridge, you've made the declaration, but it's sort of as though because this person keeps trying to enter your energy, whether that is actively entering your energy, maybe they're trying to message you on social media, or maybe they're trying to get your attention in the 3D, pretending like everything's fine. But this also could be passive, when we go on the internet. We've got friends who are mutual friends, and it takes a long time for us to clean up our connections to certain people. Because even if you go to block somebody, sometimes you'll see the mutual friends talking, and somehow that stuff sneaks through. Like, I feel as though you're still seeing this toxicity, even with the people that you are still talking to. And every single day, especially this week, wow, like every single day this week, it's giving you a chance to speak your truth, to take ownership of your truth. And it's going to be a little bit difficult, I think, for you to learn how to communicate. And in some ways, there's no sense communicating with drama and arguments, but I feel as though you're trying to be mindful, even with the arguments in the back of your head. Like, there we go, there's this, what goes around comes around. This also looks like the figure eight. We're talking about eight and eight over here. What do we have up here? We've got eight going up to a nine. Like each day this week, and my voice wants to give out again. More bullshit's coming up to the surface because it needs to be addressed. In some ways, this isn't just toxicity. This is doing a detox, and it's, if you can recognize it, identify it, go back to your intention to realize, wait, I've walked away from this. I don't want to invest any more into it. I'm working towards stuff that makes me satisfied within my life. And you're going to be stuck with this little bit of a loop because this apology with the Page of Cups, someone's noticing you're walking away, and they're going to try and still find a way to sort of follow you along, like, oh, look at me, I'm so cute and innocent, and they're just going to try and weave back into the narrative. This person is avoidant, like that's why this two-faced, cheater is over here. They've gone their whole life behaving this way. So in some ways they have no other operating system to work with. It's just like they've been stuck on Windows 95. And that was, oh God, can you believe Windows 95 was 30 years ago? Dear God. What is your mood for the, whoa. No, I'm gonna peek just because I'm an asshole. Okay, fine, I'll show you. We got a Queen of Wands right there. What's your mood? Like, what was that? That was envy. Ooh, interesting. Like, I'm a little bit drawn to this Nine of Cups, even with the card of envy. And this is just to start identifying who are the children in your existence? I feel like you've been entertaining because, kid here, kid there. And it's sort of as though the more you are dedicated to honoring your peace, again, my voice wants to give out. You're gonna have to be very thoughtful this week. Who is worth talking to? If it's worth speaking to them at all, honor your truth. I actually think for you guys, it's going to be important for you to write some shit down, even write down names. Like, write down the name of the person involved and write down their actions, not your opinions of them. Write down their actions. What are their behaviors? If you were a little scientist alien, and you decided to descend on this planet of Earth and, create some notes about these people that who are supremely two-faced, it's going to be important for you to create a record because you yourself got involved in this stuff in the first place, and you're dealing with some naivety from your own end. And being able to recognize that is very high vibrational. I want you to give yourself a lot of credit during this time, because you don't have a a lot of people don't have your back. Can I just put it that way? I get like the vocal fry is so bad. Like, you know what it is that you need to do, because when your intuition is activated, you start seeing the loops. That's why it's gonna be important for you to take some time to document. I have so many artists. I magnetize a lot of artists and musicians, people who identify as being creative. And there's something about, if you document this, you will eventually be able to turn it into your artistry. But there's actually an ask for you right now, because we saw that card of now, be in the moment for today. See what's happening just for today. Because when you're in the middle of it, you actually can't healthfully express yourself. What do we have right here? We got the Empress. Like, you got to go a little bit long term on what it is that you're going through. There's a beautiful song within here. There is a story. There is a work of artistry. And a lot of the stuff that you're going through will be part of your overall story, but you're still growing and you're still learning how to, in many ways, attach your crown chakra to the heavens. Because I'm very drawn to the purple and violet. There we go. Like, there's a lot of stuff you're going to be asked to keep to yourself during this time, because we do have the hermit. Like, observe. Like, that was my mantra for 2024, and as we go into 2025, we're going to have tons of transparency. You are seeing people for who it is that they actually are, and your anger and resentment towards these people, it will not resonate with your artistry. It's going to be more important that you understand your own growth. The story needs to be about you, not about them. These two-faced people have no problem trying to make it everything about them and then blaming you for making it about yourself. And no, we're kind of done with that timeline. Let's get one more card here. Where are you going to be focusing your energy? Harmony. This is the first, like, chill card I've picked up. Like, my voice is still a little bit cracky right now, and tea and lemon and honey and cough drops. There's a real ask for you to protect your voice during this time. Protect your body, protect your sacral energy. Like, having harmony in the way you express yourself requires you to be physically balanced, but also mentally balanced. Like, really, the goal at the end of the day, when we're seeking out peace and happiness and joy, it's all about us bringing the physical and the metaphysical together through the heart chakra. That's where this detox energy comes back in. It's one of these things where you can use mushrooms to go tripping balls and, visit other realms. And, if you feel called to that, great. But there's also using, there's lion's mane, turkey tail, like the right kind of mushrooms can be extraordinarily nutritious. And it's just an example. Do your own research, because everybody is unique in their own way. But you keeping your peace, like, if this is your mood, this is your goal. All right, what do we have down here? Deception underneath there. Yeah, Six of Pentacles. Because you still have these energies that are going to try and pull on you. It's sort of like you'll be stacking all these, beautiful rocks, and you'll have this two-faced person come out, want to pull it out from underneath just to get your attention. Like, this is so fucking childish, and they're going to try so hard to get your attention. There we go. This vote of confirmation, like who it is that you spend your time with is going to be extremely valuable. Like I feel like if you want to be a little bit of an entitled bitch this week, um, if you gave yourself an hourly rate to just spend time with you, like I'm not saying be literal about it, but there's a fun little exercise. It's sort of like, you know what? For people to spend time with me, I'm just $400 an hour. If someone wants to spend $400 to spend time with me, sure, I'll give them the time of day. Again, I'm not necessarily being literal. Like, if you can get away with that, please tell me your secrets. But I'm so glad to see temperance here because the people that you are going to be spending time with is going to be shifting. And it's a little bit of it's a slow shift that's going on because you need to understand how you got into the situation in the first place. You need to understand how it is impacting you, how to get rid of it, and then transmute it because your artistry will be activated through this. But again, I have to emphasize you need to look at the big picture with it. Take notes. Like when you meditate, that's when you can get your downloads. And it's going to be so important. Keep notebooks, keep journaling apps, like have things nearby, even in the middle of the night, because you will be getting a lot of epiphanies. You may not be able to do much about it right now, and not all ideas are going to make it to the light of day, but you're in your feminine empress mode right now, which means you need to receive information that's going to help inspire you to seek out this harmony and balance. So at this point, we got to split the timeline because we got a melodramatic energy that is incoming, and we also have one that's going to try and get within your pants. So let me clear the board. Let me set everything up. I got a fun little game that I want to play with you guys to help you feel good about which timeline truly belongs to you. And we're going to get you some advice to help you be able to be a master of your timeline. And listen, guys, if this is already beginning to resonate, please go ahead and like the video. Let me know how this could be resonating with you. When you interact with my readings, it gives me divine permission to read your energy. Engagement is about consent. And if you want some continuous support, I highly recommend that you subscribe as well so I can talk to your guides. We can sidebar and figure out what it is they are trying to teach you and how they are helping guiding you at this time. So we got two timelines going on right here. One, it's full of drama. The other feels like fun, sexy times. But in order to figure out what timeline makes the most sense for you, I want you to actually focus on these cards. I'm going to show them to you, and then you're going to have just 2 seconds to decide which card belongs to you. And I'm going to shuffle them. And wherever they land is the timeline that you belong on to. So your two options is going to be 13, Divine Feminine, step into your power. Or are you looking for a sign? Because if you're looking for a sign, here it is. So I just want you, are you the lucky 13 or are you just looking for a sign? Three, two, one, done. All right. Pile number one, you've been looking for a sign. Here it is. Check out the timestamp below, and you'll be able to get your specific message. And by the process of elimination, number 13, Divine Feminine, step into your power. Go check out the timestamp below. You will be pile number two, and I'll see you guys there. Welcome, pile one. If you were looking for a sign, here it is. Now, we decided to have a little fun, and I decided to get the erotic tarot. I'm actually going to be encouraged to shuffle, but there's a lot of sacral chemistry going on, and a lot of sacral healing. I got the card of justice. What is fair? You need to understand what is fair. And I'm not talking to you. There's some kind of energy that you're going to be standing up to because with the five of feathers, this is the five of swords. There's something that you're being asked to finally defeat when it comes to your creativity, when it comes to sexuality, but really when it comes down to your desire for creative expression. And underneath there, Ace of Candles, because something is going to get started. And it's a little bit edgy, it's a little bit fun, but the question is this person going to be right for you as you go into your new timeline? So we're going to have a look at the person in question, especially with this X that either there's one or two ways we can look at this X, and we'll see what really happens when the cards decide to reveal themselves to us. But it's one of these things where if this person could have been toxic, or they could have been in a toxic situation, and it's one of these things where you guys got to talk about it. Whoa, Nine of Candles. Oh man, that was weird. Wow. Queen of Shells below the Nine of Candles. There's actually someone who's really trying to pursue you. Like, what's going on here? I'm not necessarily feeling as though this energy is malicious. I'm hearing through hell and high water, but this person has so many I want to call them like, avatars that they got to fight through in order to get to you. Like you burned the bridge and that was a good thing because they actually have to do the hard work now. Oh, there we go. We got an emperor. Like there's someone that maybe in the past they have taunted you, they acted like they were the king shit. And it's one of these things, they left you in the background. They thought it was totally okay to dismiss you and move on to something bigger and better, but I'm also noticing there's so much musical energy, and in some ways, the rug almost looks like little piano keys. We got the star. Like, it's sort of like they walked away. Now they want to come back. Can you truly trust it? And again, my throat is so tickly throughout this entire reading. In some ways, I feel like it could be this person's energy, but this is the base. And we got bass, 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 talk about bass, bass, bass. Oh my god, is this fucker trying to just distract me? Seven of feathers. Fuck you, universe. I really hate this. It's like, were they being deceptive? Are they being genuine now? Let's grab the Rainbow Tarot by So, just because I am picking up a lot of like it doesn't have to be literal sexuality. Like, but sexuality and creativity, like, they go hand in hand, and take that in a dirty way if you want. I invite that. But it's also a very queer deck because I feel like you might have gotten into a bit of a like this headbutting battle with this person where if you're female identifying, but you have a lot of masculine energy, and you just want to get things done. And if the other person was male and they didn't know how to deal with you taking charge, you being an alpha, like I feel like there was someone who might have gotten a little bit butthurt with you trying to take control of a situation, especially if it was your situation in the first place. I'm sure there's a funny coup d'etat joke somewhere in here, but this is sort of history repeating itself. Someone did like a takeover of a project, or they claimed or they took credit for something that was not for them to take credit for. But at the base over here, Nine of Pentacles, Ace of Cups. I feel like the Seven of Feathers, the reason why it is confusing, it is because this person still has a lot of external energies still on them that are confusing you. But this is a little bit around their intention. They see how beautiful you are. They see that you're taking your time to take care of yourselves. Because I am like, there's a cute little snail on the top of the beret. Like, snails can be about justice in terms of slow and steady wins the race. They're watching you fall in love with yourself. What do we have at the top over here? We got Three of Cups. So remember the card of harmony, and it was clarified with that Three of Cups. Like, there's some kind of connection to you looking for your peace, balance, and happiness with this individual. Seven of Pentacles. I'm going to get one more because I can. Ten of Cups. They see you as a hard worker. And, like, well, I'm going to have a look at your side here in a second just to get contrast. They really see you as somebody who is very hardworking. And I get this, there is this admiration for you, but it's not as deep as I would like it to be. Because it's sort of as though this person likes to canoodle with all these other people, but there's 3 over here, but there's 2 over here, and it's just you. And this person's a little bit in conflict because they're sticking to what it is that they know and they think that's keeping them happy, but they're watching you work so hard. And it's like, well, they want to have you rejoin. I think that that's why this person, oh, okay. They think you're a, oh man, fuck off. Like in some ways they feel they feel sorry for you. And it's this person's really fucking naive. Like on one hand, it's kind of sweet. It's like, "Oh, you're so sweet." Like, we saw this page energy. They really think that they're doing you a favor. Okay, that's why the 7 of swords is a little bit difficult to try and dig into. This person is a little bit self-deceived. And it's just because of the nature of their environment. But let's have a look at your side of the energy. 8 of shells. You're walking away. You're moving forward. Like you have options available to you. And there's this sort of someone would accuse you being like an entitled little princess about it. And I would honestly say, like, you could be a dude and be a princess about it. Like, we're talking about gender subversion right now. Like, you've been around people who have no problem taking from you, lying to you, being duplicitous, saying whatever it is that they need in order to get what they want from you. That could be money, that could be sexuality, but really in some ways I feel as though people used you to make themselves feel comfortable. And it's one of these things where you can take a really cool lesson from whatever this is that you walked away from. You are valuable, but it means that you can do better. And I'm so glad to see that you can do better because you see the card of harmony right here and you see all these shells. It's like you're starting to stack up and realize that, hey, you can actually balance all of this shit out and you can make it work for yourself. So, what is it that the viewer needs to know in contrast to this the 7 of swords? Because like you're really entering into come on, like the masculine right here, this is about you. Like there's someone who's been playing the boy versus being the playboy. And there's actually something within here where you're going to be able to start becoming way more playful, and with this energy trying to approach you, like you're just walking away from it. But what are you walking away from? What are you walking towards? 10 of Wands. Like, this is just too much. It's just sort of like, dude, you need to take care of yourself. I'm not your mother. Like, it's sort of like you've had these like really annoying conversations. Because even my head, though you can't see it because we're desk down, my head just wants to lean towards. It's like, you really want the final word? Like you want me to you want me to lean in and listen it's like they're talking like a whisper, but they're intentionally doing it to try and get your attention because your attention is valuable. Like you're being encouraged at this time just to release. Like this is the 3 of cups. These are the 3 of cups being transmuted and transformed, we'll put it that way. Like you're really frustrated with these people. Like it's just like fuck off. But because you are still on the journey, it is going to be tempting to still entertain these people. That's why this is showing up the way that it is. What do we have right here? We got Knight of Wands. It's sort of like they're going to try and get your attention, and they're gonna try and point out things from the past. These people have no clue about where it is that you are going. There we go, where you're going. You're finding the opportunity. They're trying to charge in. They think they're doing you a favor. Like, oh, well, you can still be part of the group. Well, you can still be part of the project. Let's try again. I just want to talk like this the whole time because it's so fucking annoying. Tower. La Maison Dive. Like, I really like that we have the single, single, double, and then it's like, single. We had that, single, double. Like, this person has no clue how to operate outside of their own programming. And I'm just really hoping that this message is confirmation. This person, they mean well, but it's sort of like if you're college, they're grade 3. Like, it's just the maturity level between both of you guys is just so dynamically different. And a lot of ways, you just wanted to have a sign of transformation just to let you know what you're doing is okay. You don't need to look down upon them. In some ways, just see them for who they are. Like I said, 2025 is the year of transparency. Just see this person for who it is. If they want to be a fuckboy, that's fine. That's their journey. You don't need to convert them, but you don't need to allow them to convert you. You guys are going your separate ways. This person is sticking around to just going to the first available thing to them to make them feel good. You're going towards things that make you feel good from the inside out. This is external validation, this is internal validation, and this is freeing you from condemnation. There's a no, YouTube, please don't do the thing where you censor me. That was fun. All right, here's the ultimate question. You've been through a very enlightening week. You've been getting way better at choosing yourself, taking the time to document people's behaviors. So, after all is said and done, we got to ask, is it going to be a good Friday or is it going to be a Friday of lament and woe? What's your Friday going to look like? Three of feathers. I mean, a little lament and woe. But I'm hearing bygones be bygones. There's a lot of acceptance. This is the Three of Swords after all. Like, well, this may be a time of romance, love, chemistry. It could keep us stuck in the past, longing for something that doesn't technically exist. And you're being encouraged this week. Can you just manifest happiness? Can you just take a few moments to meditate yourself into what it means to feel peace, to feel relaxed, to feel balanced? The universe just needs just a couple of minutes each day of you being in this particular frequency. Yeah, sacrifices do have to be made, but the sacrifice is just knowing what is worth investing your money into because while this may not always be literal money, this is your time, your energy, your resources, your skill set, even your insights. There we go. Nine of Pentacles is the King of Swords showed up. Like truth upon truth about where it is you're going to be investing your time and energy. What do we got? Two of Cups. Oh, I love this. Like I've been seeing this for you guys for a little while. You do have a new soulmate incoming. And this soulmate will be incompatible with your previous timeline. Like we had the judgment show up in the base energy on your side because you need to jettison these folks that they're shallow, they're childish, like they do admire you. I think that might be the last draw. I was like, well, they do respect me, but they don't treat you with respect. Like they're more like fanboys than um people who could actually help elevate you. These people have no clout. But with this, oh, the Two of Cups, La Force, this is the strength card. Judgment came back. I love it. um it's sort of like your mission, if you choose to accept it. Your quest for this particular week, in order to make the most of your Friday, is just to recognize it's okay to say no. You don't need to be a jackass about it. You are looking for your peace because peace and harmony do require you to find peace from within. And then you can find thoughtful and very creative ways to tell some energy you're not interested anymore. And while you may have been a little bit over expressive in the past, these people thrive off of your melodrama, but there's something about doing what you know is right for yourself and even having to make a decision on somebody else's behalf that is for everybody else's well-being. This frees sickness from your life. This brings a timeline where you can actually start feeling relaxed, not having to clean up everybody else's mess. It just requires you to let go of your previous life so you can finally welcome in people that are compatible with your particular vibration. So, what does it that my sign signaling butterfly timeline, what kind of energy can they embody in order to make the most of this week? And as I'm attempting to channel this, my dog is continuing to protect the door. We have adenine, thymine, duality, contrast, trust, balance. Take the time to honor your feminine energy, the person who you are deep down inside, the part of you that connects to the divine. That aspect of you is under some rapid growth during this time. Changes from within will begin to manifest throughout, but that requires you to tune into your heart chakra and trust. Trust that picking yourself first and seeing people for who it is that they actually are and accepting them with where they are at, it doesn't make you a bad person for walking away. You're being gifted a chance to elevate out of a karmic timeline and start entering into a timeline where you can express yourself, that you can actually find soulmates who will elevate you, people who will see you for your true nature, people who believe in you, people who will foster your gifts and will be able to give you the healthy contrast that you need in order to thrive in a life of purpose. Just saying. Wow. Well, pile number one, however it is that your week manifests, damn, I sincerely hope that this helped. Thank you so much for sticking around. This reading was a lot of fun. If you like my style, please make sure to like the video on the way out. And if you're kind of curious what next week is going to be like, I highly recommend that you subscribe. And until I see you at the next one, I'm wishing you peace, love, and all the berries. All right, welcome pile number two. If you are here, you subconsciously picked number 13. This is one of my favorite numbers. This is Divine Feminine. This is the Hidden Tribe, and this is a chance for you to step into your power. I am going to be encouraged to shuffle this deck. I did grab the Pulp Tarot because, there's been a lot of this sort of melodramatic energy going on around you guys, but I found this fascinating. We have the Hierophant along with Ace of Pentacles. Like the Hierophant, this is a card of marriage. This is a card of commitment, unity, and also beginning on a brand new foot. Whoever it is that you have been, I want to say magnetizing in this week, but maybe someone that you could have tried to step away from in order to seek out your power. I feel as though someone's following you along. You are walking forward into your purpose, into your divinity, and this person has missed a lot of your growth. Um, I feel as though this someone could have been from your distant past, someone that it's been a little while since you've actually had a chance to connect and catch up. Because if I'm getting the sense that you've changed a lot, and this person, they have no idea the person who you are right now. Like, I feel like they're in for a pleasant surprise after all that. There we go. We got the star underneath their page of cups. Like, someone's actively trying to find a way to speak to you. And this isn't even an apology. This is sort of like they're trying to find a way to begin again, even if it is just a friendship. Uh, let's go ahead and cut, and we'll ask the universe for an idea what this person's intentions are. We'll get the contrast with where you were at, and then we're gonna have to ask the ultimate question: TGIF, will it be a good Friday? But I have to go to cut two of Pentacles, Eight of Cups. Like this is energy that was showing up in the main reading, walking on to something that, I feel as though this person, it was like a bit of a, not even a fond farewell. Like this is like this sort of Dick Tracy. Uh, I'm just hearing this soft saxophone, sort of like nostalgia. That's why I feel like this is a, let's get one more. Six of Pentacles. I was hoping that would have been a Six of Cups, but in some ways, sixes are having to do a bit of a rebalancing because this is that justice energy I was picking up even with the other timeline. Like both of you guys have been doing a lot of work to balance yourself because there's still a lot of chaos going on in your life. In some ways, I feel like you had to walk away from this person because either they were contributing to your imbalances and your dysregulation, but there's something about there's harmony, unity, like something needs to coalesce and this could be closure. But let's have a look at what's your person doing. Three of Swords. Like someone misses you like fucking crazy right now. I'm gonna grab the fairy tale deck and we're gonna use that to, yeah, we got the moon. you don't know this, or you subconsciously assume this could be the case. I feel like this person, you had to let them go. Because if they were contributing to your dysregulation and your misery, and I feel like, again, you still have a lot going on. Like, this isn't as though if you're seeking out balance and peace, it means that you're dealing with a lot of chaos. And having to step into your power, be able to take ownership from within, it is not easy, especially if you've had to put up boundaries. This could be a family member, this could be an ex-lover, this could be a friend that you had a falling out with. Like, there is some soulmate connection within here. That's why I saw that page of cups, and there was something very soft and kind and thoughtful about the intention. You've got somebody who's they've been thinking about you. Tell me more about the 3 of swords. 7 of cups, the hermit. Like, because maybe you haven't been posting as much on social media, maybe you've blocked them. For some of you, you may have given instructions to your closer friends to say, "Hey, please do not talk about me to other people. I'd like to retain my sense of privacy." I feel like this person's imagination might be getting the better of themselves. What's underneath there we go, 4 of cups. Like, I'm hearing words left unsaid, and again, my throat chakra wants to close up again. There was something this person wished they could have communicated with you, and maybe it's one of those things where they tried saying how much they care about you and they did a really bad job trying to express it. Like, this person feels, it's not that they owe you a debt. It's more of a feeling like they want to get something off of their chest. I think that's probably the best way of explaining this energy. What do we have right here? 4 of Wands. Like, in some ways, I, I am feeling the benevolence despite the heartbreak with this person. It's like they want to celebrate something, maybe celebrate the person who you are becoming. Like, I get a lot of love and a lot of admiration from whoever this is. King of Coins. This is a little bit marriagey. Like, I'm always cautious about saying, "Oh, they want to be with you. They want to make a life with you," because, like, first of all, that sounds great, but there's a little bit of this sort of I'll believe it when I see it that I'm picking up from your end. Because again, you're walking forward, like right now, even just on my divination board, like this is the empty void. Like, I got my little pointer right here, and it's just this big, huge like question mark. Like, you could put this like little heart with a little arrow through it, and you're like, "Oh, that's great. You love me, but how come you can't seem to fucking express this to me?" It's sort of like this person tried telling you that they still love you, but they did such a bad job. 3 of Swords. Holy shit. Like, this person wanted to marry you. Like, that's where the regret from, Harry, buried away. I nearly said Harry. So, let me know if that makes any sense to you. But, words left unsaid. And in some ways, I don't think they know if they should talk to you because, on one hand, they're really anticipating a nasty reaction from you. But it's sort of like they knew you would walk away from them anyways because they knew they were special, and they know that they were special. Like, they don't blame you for walking away from them, and they may have even tried to express to you that they love and care about you still, but either you missed it or you just sort of rolled your eyes and you're just like, "That's all you have to say to me?" Like, this person has been very confused, and it's not even that they're confused by you. It's sort of like, "Why do I keep doing this to myself? Like, what the fuck is my problem?" Like, I had someone I wanted to spend my life with. I was imagining what it would be like to be married to them. I wanted to take care of them. Like, whatever you had going on, what they had going on, it was technically a good recipe in order to be healthfully established, and they still decided to walk away. They still decided to, like, because with this particular story, the frock, you'll see that there's this bleeding heart, this bleeding cut right here. This person sabotaged this dynamic, and they don't know what to do. They're actually stuck in a bit of this feedback loop. Like, my eyes want to fill up with tears because this person just feels lost. They wish they could send you a Valentine. They don't know if you'd even accept an apology. They don't know if you'd even accept a second chance. Like what's going on in your side of the energy? That Ace of Pentacles came back. That was the one that was hiding underneath the Hierophant. Like in some ways, even if you suspect, it's kind of like, yeah, I know you felt that way. Yeah, I know you couldn't express yourself. Yeah, I know. Um you still had to do it. And this person still admires you. Like the more you walk away, the more they want you. They hate to see you go, but they love to watch you leave. That's kind of the sensation that I'm getting. Let's start clarifying your energy with this Ace of Pentacles. Like regardless of whatever actions this person is going to take, like we might get some information with the TGIF card, but when it comes to you, you've got a brand new beginning and it's yours. And in some ways, I think you knew you had to walk away from this person because while yeah, maybe you saw the marriage potential, yeah, you saw that there could be some financial security, but it was still imbalanced. In some ways, you might be still doing some karmic cleanup because of whatever the hell happened over here in the past. But after we go that, Ace of Swords. Like clarity with a brand new beginning. In a lot of ways, I'm seeing you cutting out stuff that is just not needed anymore. Underneath there, Six of Wands. Like you guys are on the brink of a profound shift within your life, and it's triggering this person, whoever it is, just because Four of Swords, Ace of Wands, like a lot of aces, like brand new creative potential, in a lot of ways learning how to, in some ways you're trying to anchor yourself mentally because it's like you know what it is you need to do in order to find victory. There's still a lot going on in your mental space and your physical space that it needs to work its way through, and in some ways it's like, you know, a tsunami, it's a result of an earthquake that has happened um underneath the ocean, and it's one of these things, well, the earthquake has already happened and you're just waiting for the wave to finally pass through. And then you got to do a little bit of cleanup as a result of the wave. But this entire time, because you've been so tuned into your divine feminine energy, you've been seeing this stuff coming. You've been able to healthfully anticipate it. Keep yourself calm as you go because you're anchoring towards something that is beautiful, and we got a page of coins, and you're actually going to be very responsible. Like I don't think this person was very responsible, and that's part of the reason why you had to walk away. What do we have here? Nine of Swords. You may be picking this up in the astral realm, but I think also this has a lot to do with you and putting away your past life. Like this person could be tied to a previous lifestyle, and in some ways, you've surrendered a lot to the universe. I feel like you would welcome this person back into your life, but they can't show up in the previous timeline. They can't show up in the previous energy of the lifestyle. Like, what else do we have right here? Ace of Coins. Wow. It's like, you know what? I can let this person go regardless of whatever happens. I can release, I can detach because I still have a brand new beginning. In some ways, we got two aces. We have two aces, but these are yours to behold. Like, you know, I see a left hand. Oh, they're both left handed. So, like, in some ways, it's like, you know intuitively this is happening. This gets to be yours. You get to cultivate it and you're going to defend it to the ends of the earth. And I'm really excited for you to see that. Um this person had so many karmic ties that even if you could have established some kind of strong physical relationship, like their family would have been way too far involved, or if this person was still struggling with commitment issues, and whether if that is having loyalty within the relationship, but in some ways allowing other people to have way too many opinions to sway this individual. Like this person has allowed way too many people into their life to have an opinion, and you removed everyone from your life in order to have your own opinion. That's why this person admires you. That's why this person could be considering maybe pursuing you. But I really get that this energy is kind of on its own because of this feedback loop with the Three of Swords. You are more likely picking this up in your dreams. You could be picking up on their anxiety, but every single time you feel that anxiety, it's just important to breathe, allow it to pass through, Fill yourself with light and purpose. Focus on meditating into a life of balance and peace, and even at finding a sense of relief. There's some kind of mental hackery you will be able to take advantage of as you're continuing to regulate yourself, and it's going to give you every reason to defend your peace to the ends of the earth. So that said, what kind of Friday can you look forward to? Is it going to be a good Friday, or is it going to be I don't know why I call it a fat Friday. Interesting. What kind of Friday are you getting? Hierophant came back. Oh, like in some ways, you're becoming your own authority. Again, like there's this little invisible line where we'll make it like this is the boundary that you've placed. Again, it's sort of like you are willing to entertain this, but if they're not willing to work with you with what it is that you have protected, like this person needs to get autonomous. They need to stop asking for everybody else's fucking opinion in order to keep their friends. You you're becoming an authority. And in some ways, there's a chance for you to school this person. In some cases where this person doesn't show up, you could also have a friend that is going through this, and there's something about opening up what you've gone through to a friend, a confidant, somebody that really could learn from you. So it's one of the this could go a couple of different ways. Either this person's going to stay in the past, they're going to stay dysregulated, and they're just going to continue to self-sabotage because they hate themselves and they think they need to have friends and money and popularity in order to survive. If this person chooses by their own free will to stick within this paradigm, you still have a beautiful story to tell. This is a chance for you to be able to help somebody else who could be going through what it is that you have exited from. Does that make any sense? Like, you're going to start realizing you do have the authority to talk about how to get out of situations like this and why it's totally okay to pick yourself, understanding why you had this self limiting belief that you have to get too many people involved in order to be successful. But what do we have here? Page of Wands. Like this is a very playful fun. This Hierophant, on the surface, he looks pretty stodgy, but I don't know. Like there's a fun tone to this particular Hierophant. Like it's sort of like when you come across someone who seems like they're curmudgeony, but they're really funny. Like it's almost Monty Python esque. Like you're going to find some fun ways to communicate and be creative with what it is that you are entering into. We did see an Ace of Wands sort of in the baseline along with the Ace of Swords. Like you are in this really great position by the end of the week to feel good that you can start talking about what it is that you'd gone through. We got the Lovers. Oh, wow. Like, regardless, like, I did put it in here and that does create a bridge with this energy. And whether this is a story of Beauty and the Beast, a beauty, yeah, a beauty contest, that's interesting, or even just learning how to validate yourself and making sure that you see yourself in a positive light. Like there's so many different ways that you're going to be inspired by the end of the week so you can teach others. And if anything, if this person does come back, because they can make the free will choice to approach you, to talk to you. I had that like little heart with the arrow through it, like that, the little Valentine kind of thing. If they do wish to approach you, Ace of Cups, you'll be able to tell if this person is actually full of self-love versus self-loathing. Like we had all the aces show up and it's all within your energy. Let's get a third one. Three of Wands. Like in some ways, allow the opportunity to find you. Don't go seeking it out and you're going to do fine. Like whatever it is that you're doing exactly what it is that you need to do. And this person has the work to do. In some ways, if there is a version of you that says, "Hey, no," if this person grew up, they took the opportunity to get on my level, and they made a lot of changes in their life because that's what they want, not because that's what I want, but that's because what they want, and it aligns with what I want. Good. Let's have a conversation. I'm open to it, but you're no longer waiting for this energy. Because the weight is what keeps us stuck, and you're just entering into a phase where your masculinity is going to be way more activated. You've been doing a lot of the inner work, and it's time for you to start moving forward, to start planting this seed, to start cultivating your dreams. And you're going to start magnetizing all kinds of soulmates, whether if they have been through this paradigm and they've learned, or it's the person that you actually knew. Like, I feel as though there is a love story that will be able to manifest through this, but true love is not overnight. But I feel as though as you sleep, you're going to be hopping timelines. And if that ends up being the case and you're having insomnia, just honor it. And in some ways, for those of you who are single and solo and are struggling with insomnia, count it as a blessing because the divine still has a lot of work to do with you. And sometimes the middle of the night is the best time for you to communicate with spirit. Just trust that you're doing exactly what it is that you need to do in order to move forward. This is yours, and this person needs to learn how to get theirs. So, what kind of energy can you embody for the rest of the week in order to make the most of this timeline? Ah, perfect. The Temple of Amethystia, tranquility, patience, disillusion. You are so divinely protected at this time. Like your crown chakra is going to be going through a lot of activations, but also pay attention to your heart. There's a big picture of potential that you haven't been able to see all of it because of the dysregulation. But if you are honoring your desire to seek out peace, to embody it, to breathe tranquility into your existence, you'll be able to find that balance. You are going to find that peace. You're going to be able to find the right soul tribe and the right partnership that'll cultivate you, it'll cultivate them, and you'll be able to step into your power and step into your purpose. I'm just saying. Wow. Well, pile number two, however your week manifests. Damn, I sincerely hope that this helped. Thank you so much for sticking around. If you like my style, please make sure to like the video on the way out. And if you're kind of curious what's going to happen next week, I highly recommend that you subscribe. And until I see you in the next one, I'm wishing you peace, love, and all the berries.